Part 2, episode 183.
We're all delayed. It's been a long day. I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wendy. And if this is your first time watching, thanks for checking out the show. And welcome back to our repeat viewers. This is Oscar.
Welcome to Kitty in this shot, as usual.
Yeah. He likes to visit.
We got a couple of shout-outs. Just a reminder, we're going to do a November knit-along.
Mm-hmm.
For Stash, 6 months or older.
But we decided...
Finish.
Oh, sorry.
As long as you finish the item in November, that's fine. It has to be 6 months or older from Stash. It does not have to be started.
The yarn has to be 6 months or older.
Yes.
Not the project.
No. I'm sure we could still
the
all
project
qualify.
Can be 6 months or older.
We could probably all qualify for a project that's over 6 months.
But it doesn't have to be that old. But your yarn has to be at least 6 months.
And we also decided we're going to skip December.
We are skipping December. December's a busy month for everybody. And we don't know what our recording schedule is going to be like with vacation and stuff. So it's just easier. We'll start fresh with new contests in January. So we're not going to do a December knit-along, but the November knit-along starts now. And we have one more week left on the Ayla Grace PDF pattern contest. So if you haven't played... that thread is in the group. And
we're drawing 3 prizes.
3 prizes this week. Twist Fiber Studio is having a drawing. And the September-October knit-along is having 2 prizes drawn, 1 for each month. 2. And at the end, we're also doing a book review of a new Cooperative Press Book called Ahead for Trouble by Julie Turjomen, who we reviewed recently, another book that Julie Turjomen did. And I want to say it was the Knits That Breathe.
I can look it up.
But that's coming up, and we will be holding a contest for that one. That we will be giving away the PDF of Ahead for Trouble.
And that's going to run for 2 weeks.
That'll be an episode 185. I've started just saying what episode it's in because I don't know what day it's going to be.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This one?
I don't know.
Oh, how did I do that?
I don't know. What did you do?
I don't know.
Yes, that it was.
Yeah,
Knits That Breathe.
I thought so.
I
have a good memory for that kind of weird
I just
stuff.
don't remember.
Well, I didn't know for sure. So, yeah, she did Knits That Breathe, so we'll be doing a contest for that. But stick around till the end of the show for the drawings and the book review. So, I'm going first this week.
Yes, you are.
And, oh, wait, did we announce that? We announced last week the thing with the, never mind. I'm confused. I'm thinking about something that we did last week.
Okay. So, on the needles.
On the needles.
You're showing something that's done.
I totally just spaced out. Sorry about that. I'm just going to be cutting that right out. I don't really have anything on the needles. I have something on the hook. But not much of a thing on the hook. It looks like this.
A circle!
It's basically a ring with a little thing, a tail crocheted off of it. I'm actually knitting some Christmas ornaments, and I have to love this. I don't usually...
You have to love it?
I have to love this.
Okay.
So I don't normally print out the patterns for these things, but I wanted to take it with me, and I didn't have my...
mini
charged. I haven't charged. I need to charge it. I keep not charging it. So I printed it out, and this is called Snowflakes from the Crochet Works of Sally V. George. And this is like, it reminds me of every church bulletin that ever went out in the 80s.
It does.
It's like typed almost, but like in that like
cursive
font of typing, and then it has the hand-drawn pictures of all of the designs. And this is actually a free PDF that's downloadable through Ravelry, and it includes 10 different patterns for snowflakes. And so I have been just going through and doing them in order, and when I get tired of them, I'll stop. But we have a friend whose sister lost everything for Christmas in a fire. And so we are going to help out by making a few ornaments for her.
Yeah, I left mine at home.
So that's what I have. That's it. And I'm using a number 6 boy stainless steel. I can't even talk. Steel crochet hook, a 1.80 millimeter crochet hook. It's pretty small.
So what you used to do mushroom boy paw?
I think no, that was a little bigger.
Oh, good.
Mushroom boy paw was a little bigger hook, and then I'm using this like shiny, like mercerized cotton. It's like
Crochet cotton.
Yeah, it's like like you would get in the store.
Isn't it like grandma something crochet cotton or something like that?
I don't know. I just know that it's mercerized, and you can see it's like shiny. This calls for knit crocheting cotton, and that's probably very similar to what this is. It's like a heavy thread weight. Or a lace weight if you were comparing it to yarn. But it's really like sturdy. And so that's all I have actively on the needles right now.
All right. I have a couple of things actively on the needles. Right now I have a tush.
Monster tush.
I have a monster tush. I am doing a monster. I haven't done a monster in quite a long time.
They're fun though, right?
They are. Let me get it's Rebecca Danger's Knitted Nursery is what I'm working off of, and it's her Bookends monster. Knit a Monster Nursery is her book, and it's the bookends where you have beanbag.
Oh, cool.
Kind of on the bottom. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Monster Bookends, it's called. So, come on. Sorry, I didn't have this queued up earlier. My fault.
We're very disorganized
today. It's Friday here, and we weren't. It was kind of like we weren't even supposed to record together.
No, it was like a last minute thing.
So, I'm doing the two on the bottom.
Those are so cute.
There's only 2 monsters, but I'm doing both of them. The one with the stripes, I may not do so many stripes.
But something like that.
I'm doing. Cool. I already did the tooth.
Oh, good.
So, and that's for Rebecca Danger. The reason I'm doing it is a friend of mine, son broke his leg.
Oh,
and
no.
So she's got a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old. So I'm making one for the 7-year-old. And it dawned on me that I should probably make one for the 10-year-old too.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. Almost done, actually. So that's one thing on the needles. And another thing on the needles, someone asked me to make this, and I told him it was going to be delayed until I finished the monsters.
Yeah.
This is a small little, it's based off of several patterns. It's a purse, and it's going to have a little flap over it, and it's going to be felted. It will be the first time I felt in my new washer.
What are you knitting Rebecca Danger out of? Scrap?
It is mostly scrap. This is, I used it for socks. My rye socks.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't either. I'm looking for my bag. I might actually have the... No. I can look it up.
You don't have to. It's scrap.
And then this is scrap from Madeline Tosh, I think. The cowl that I did.
Yeah.
I'll show you that in a little bit. But this is just Cascade 220, and it's just a felted purse. So I'm going to knit. I only have pink left. I ran out of the green, which is too bad because I really like the green. I'm going to knit it maybe another inch or so.
Yeah.
Do a...
is that green or turquoise?
It's a greenish turquoise.
It's hard to tell.
It is hard. The lighting's not good because it's so late. And do a flap, and then the person doesn't know what kind of button to use. I'm like, well, we'll work.
The button can be the last touch.
So I'm just using scrap. This is most likely Cascade 220.
Looks like it.
I hope to God that's actual wool.
And not superwash.
It looks like, it reminds me of, remember the Lorna's Laces superwash? I'm pretty sure it's not because I'm really, oh my gosh, I'm really good at keeping my superwash separate from my wool.
Well,
but, you know what?
We'll soon find out. Stay tuned, everybody, to find out will Sheila's bag really felt? It's like a mystery knit along.
I just realized, but you know what? I think the reason I'm questioning it is because of the lighting.
Yeah, I know.
It's not
lighting
this
is crappy.
Oh God, no. My goal right now is to just get rid of scrap yarn because I looked at my my knitting stash. I'm like, ooh.
You need to get some scrap.
I need to get rid of scrap yarn is what I need to do. So yeah, those.
So is that it? Those two things
that are on the needles. Yeah.
Excellent.
Next week we'll find out.
Stay tuned, folks. It's like a mystery. What will happen? It's a cliffhanger. Will it felt? Will it not felt?
I don't. It's got to be the lighting because I didn't question it before. But the thing is, the reason I'm questioning it now is because I was looking for that yarn for this monster and I couldn't find it. Oh, I might have to cut off a little and see if it felt.
That is not good.
No,
so,
it's not.
Well, stay tuned, folks. We'll know next week. Rate your date. I have dates to rate. Number 1. Well, actually, I showed these last week. I made Seeta fingerless mitts.
Were you
for
done
my
with
sister-in-law.
them last week? No, I didn't.
I had one done. Now I have 2 done. And I remembered to make them for the right. Like I made 2.
Oh, that's right.
Remember when Looney Hiker only made 2 of the same mittens?
But didn't you do that? No?
I didn't make 2
No,
of the
I
same. No,
did.
it was Looney Hiker. Jazz hands. This is the Seeta fingerless glove pattern. It's free on Ravelry, and it's a basic slip stitch pattern that makes diamonds, and it's knit out of Tempted Luxe Girl base in the Afterglow colorway, which is a cashmere blend that was thoughtfully destashed to me by Mad About Matisse, our friend Mad About Matisse, and they're pretty. I wish you could see the color better. It's purple and blue, but it's not as crazy as it looks in this lighting.
No.
It's much more subtle than this. This makes it look like there's electric blue in it. There's no electric blue in it. It's a really faded pale blue and mostly purple. These are a Christmas gift, and I think that she will really like them. And they're such a quick knit. I made a couple of mods. The pattern calls to cast on 40 stitches. I always cast on 48. And the pattern calls for the thumb to be 18 stitches, and I made mine be 24. Just because I found at my gauge, those dimensions are too small for my like a regular wrist, or even, I mean, that's not a very loose thumb, you know?
No, this fits good. Yeah,
so I think the dimensions at my gauge would have been too tight for if I followed the pattern.
Nice.
So I like them. They're very warm, and this is what she asked for. So that's one finished project. And the second finished project is I knit my Mint Rain self-striping. I have 2 socks done.
When did you start these? Last week, right?
It was on Saturday or Sunday. Sunday. I started them on... No, maybe Saturday. I don't know. I started them last week sometime. And I finished them like 2 days ago.
I like them.
I love the way this pattern makes sock yarn knit up. I wanted to make holiday themed socks. This is the Holly Jolly colorway from Mint Rain, who is on Etsy. I'd never used her sock yarn before, but she was the only vendor that I could find that had available a Christmas colorway sock yarn at the time that I ordered this, and I really wanted to make Christmas socks. So these are going to be my holiday socks, and the pattern is called Groovy. It's a really simple pattern, and I didn't actually follow the pattern. I just used the stitch design from the pattern, and I applied it to my usual sock. And I explained how I did that in my notes. Now that I have a toe and a heel that I really like, my basic thing now is I just apply the stitch pattern of things on. I don't really need to follow a pattern.
Make one left, make one right?
Yes, I use make one left, make one right. Actually, I use the grandmother and the mother increase.
And that's
the
from
lifted the capboardy lifted increases on the toe. That's what I use. So, but yeah, Groovy. It's a free pattern, and I still, in my head, cannot understand what makes it make the scallops, even though I knit it. I just don't understand how or why it does that, but it's really cool.
It is.
I think this looks so holiday. And these are super nice. This is a nice, soft base. This Mint Rain yarn is kind of awesome. This is superwash. I think this is her Tough sock base. And I can't wait to wear these. I haven't worn them yet. So I'm super excited about that. So that's the second thing that I have, that date to rate. I'm giving, and thank you, Gathers No Moss, our friend Becky, for telling me about that pattern.
Yeah, she did that pattern.
She did that pattern with our Dia de los Muertos sock yarn.
Yeah.
And I tried to do it when we were at Rhinebeck, but it required concentration to do the setup row, and I was like, screw that, I can't concentrate.
Not on that weekend.
No, so I did, but she knit hers on that weekend.
But it wasn't the first time she was knitting it.
No, so, because you do have to get the first round right, but that's only a 2-row stitch pattern, and one of the rows is knit. It's really easy once you like get it set up. Then it's like obvious, but I just didn't have it. So, but yeah, that's 2 thumbs up. And then the third thing, it's going to be really hard to see, is these are 3 of the snowflakes that I have already crocheted, and I will show these again when they're dry. These are all from that pattern that I showed you. And what I do, I went on the internet to find out the best way to stiffen them. You can feel this yarn has already become stiff.
Oh, yeah.
So what I do is I use half a cup of water and a tablespoon of cornstarch, and you heat it on the stove until the cornstarch goes from white to sort of like a clear, thick gel. And then you take it off the heat, and you dip the snowflakes in it, and then you kind of squeeze off the excess. I used a spatula when I took it out of the bowl, and then you press it between some paper towels to get like the rest of the excess off. And then you just pin them out the shape that you want them to be. This is a Knit Picks blocking pad that I have. And the great thing is that you can save the starch stuff
all right,
in a sealed container in the refrigerator. So I'll still use that for the rest of them, but I wanted to, since I had done 3, I wanted to just go ahead and get those. I don't know how many of these I'm going to make. I want to sender more than 1 ornament, but then I might get tired of making them. So I don't know if I'm going to make 10, but I might make like 5. They're really quick, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to feel like crocheting. It's, the ones that really drive me crazy are the ones that have a lot of picots. This one had a lot of picots. All those little bumps are picot edges, and you have to crochet into the back of a stitch, and it's just a lot of work. This one had a lot of crocheting into the back of the stitch too, but they're all pretty cool. I think they'll be pretty. I might get some red, really skinny red satin ribbon to make the hangers with. Just tie it in a hole in one of those. So that's probably red. I think red ribbon would be pretty.
It would be pretty.
And and I'll send them to our friend in between 2 pieces of cardboard in an envelope, so they won't get bent after I stiffen them. But you can see how you can see how stiff this is already. It's not floppy anymore. Stiffens right up. There are a couple of different ways you can do it. That's the way that I've always done it. I always have to look it up to remember what the formula is, but once I do it. So those are my rates, my dates to rate, my rates to date. All right,
I have several dates to rate. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have them all with me.
No,
I forgot my bag this morning because it was, as of last night, we were not going to record today until I was at an offsite today, and I thought I had to work at 8 to 5, but they said, no, work my regular hours. So I texted her this morning.
And I was like, all right.
And drove off and then turned around because I forgot my bag. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had anything. So I do have some things. I finished my Dia de los Muertos socks. This is in their sport weight. I had enough to do 2. So at the very end, I was doing 2 at a time with the cuffs.
Oh, to just make them the same.
I didn't bring it with me, but I think I counted 6 yards left.
Wow. That was good use of the yarn then.
Yeah. Here's the other one. I haven't worn them, haven't blocked them, haven't done anything to them except for knit them. So I did the Fish lips kiss heel.
Yeah.
On this. Really bulletproof as Madame Matisse.
They are super tight knit. Oh my lord.
And that would probably be one other reason why my thumb hurts all the time.
Oh my Lanta. These are very, you could like, seriously, this is like Kevlar.
I know.
I could take a bullet through this sock. It wouldn't kill me.
Unfortunately, you really can't see how bright these colors are. I love the brightness of them.
They're very bright.
So that's one finished object.
Yay!
The other finished object is a labor of love. It is my knitted blanket. It has been given to the recipient already, and they loved it. So I'm glad to get it off.
I wish you could see it because she dyed it a color. And it was
I'm gonna show it. I can send it to you too. I can send you the email and you can post it. So it was a natural one. I tried to tie-dye it, and because it was a thick yarn and I didn't tie-dye it the way I really should have,
it didn't work.
It didn't work, and the color that I chose was so neon that I'm like, ah. So what I ended up doing is buying a bottle of Rit and over-dyeing it, and I absolutely love it. And it's not gonna. It
came out so pretty.
Let me turn up my light here, because
Gnome yarn.
Oh yeah.
I recognize it because I've been wearing those all week.
So this is what I ended up doing with the blanket. You really can't.
It's more of a it's
a burgundy wine. I think it's called
not
wine.
Purple.
What I ended up doing is I put some ribbon in there, and it's funny because you don't notice your mistakes until you're trying to run ribbon through, and you're like, oh, missed a yarn over there. Whoops, missed one over there. So this was made with kitchen cotton. It's a free pattern, Lion Brand diagonal blanket, 160 stitches at the widest point. I knit 150. It is a smaller blanket than I would normally do, but I got tired of it. I will say, I told the recipient, although I don't think I did. I'm going to tell them. So I rinsed it as best I could, and then I washed it in the washer with red items and 2 white towels, knowing what would happen. My towels turned pink.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'll have to let the recipient know
to
wash it in cold. I washed, I think, in tap water, but it says it would take 1 wash or so. I mean,
it'll probably be fine the second time around, but I would just in case, you don't want to stick that in with your husband's underwear and then he's wearing pink.
Unless the husband wants.
I found in most cases that men don't like it when you accidentally dye their underwear any color.
My husband doesn't have white underwear to...
My husband doesn't either.
No, I know. It's
like socks.
Yeah, well, the socks, yeah. So I'm really... I almost didn't want to give it away.
I know, it's pretty.
But let me just say, it took the dye very well after knitting. You can't even tell that a lot of people thought I knitted it with that color.
Yeah, it
really did take it well.
It looks a lot better than the first attempt.
Yes, I'm sorry I don't have it with me, but I really needed to get it to the recipient, and they liked it. So that's one finished object. I was on a roll. That's a nice close-up view of it too. There you go.
Oh, I'm gonna make it go away.
No, you won't.
There you go. You can see it. It looks beautiful.
It really was. It really was. I finished my Duotone cowl, my fake Duotone, and yeah, that's a horrible picture there. This is my lovely son modeling it for me. I blocked it. A couple of things. It was not as big as I had hoped it to be because I was only using 1 skein. It does call for, 600 yards or I don't remember.
I think so, because I used 2 skeins of DK. So
can you double yours or no?
I didn't double it.
Right. Oh. I was hoping to double mine.
No, mine doesn't double.
No, I was hoping to double mine, but what I think I will do is re-soak it and let it shrink back a little, because it's now almost too long.
Yeah.
Like, I can double it, but it's like jokingly doubled. So I think what I'll do is I'll reblock it and just let it shrink to its natural. Yeah. This was done with Snitch's Syncopation yarn in the Zoot Suit colorway, pink and gray. Honestly, you're going to kill me. I'll probably give it away. Just because I just need to knit socks, because that's the only thing I don't give away.
I guess so. And you have plenty of sock yarn. That's what you should do.
I know. This is we were talking about ornaments, so I volunteered to do ornaments. I don't do anything fancy like Wendy does with the snowflakes.
It's not fancy if
I
you
don't
know how to crochet.
I don't crochet.
But what I'm saying is it looks really fancy, but it's like
No, I know.
so
I just
easy.
don't crochet. So I'm doing a Korknisse. And what it is, it's a free pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the one who did the booties? Sarge? Look under Korknisse. Korknisse. It's Korknisse. I'm pronouncing it wrong.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but
there's an English version.
I will link to it in the project notes.
It's so simple. It's great for
scrap
scrap yarn
and
extra corks.
Yeah, and it's super cute.
It is. And what I do, you can't see because it's against a blanket, so you just make the little eyes with a Sharpie pen, and I put a nice, like you do, a nice ribbon through it. And I glue the yarn onto the cork so it
won't come off, yeah.
So, yeah. Here it is.
Did I spell it right? I don't even know how I knew how to spell that.
It's Sarche, no.
Sarche. Saartje.
Sarche's
booties. Yeah. Booties, yeah.
She did the English translation. And it's super, super cute.
They are. They're just like these cute little gnomes that you could hang on your tree.
So, it calls for 1x1 ribbing. I don't even bother. It's not worth it. It's not worth the 1x1 ribbing. I'm sorry. That's my version of it. So those are my finished. I got one more. Sorry. So I started knitting a monster, and this is technically almost finished. I just got to piece them together and stuff them.
Oh, yeah, he's cute.
I can't see. He's really, really cute. So you stuff them in the beginning, and you put beanbag or rice. I got beanbag stuff, so I'll put beanbag. And that's Rebecca Danger. And I thought I had eyes. I couldn't find them, so I had to go shopping for them.
Oh, you should have let me know because I have a ton of eyes.
I was hoping to have this done and sent to her today. Let me just make a comment on this too. But then I realized I should be making two.
Yeah.
So Rebecca Danger, this is from her nursery book, but she has couple of free patterns and individual patterns. So the way she does it is you start here and you knit up. You do a 3
needle bind off,
which I just Kitchenered. It was easier that way.
Did you? I always knit it in reverse because then I can do.
Well, this one it's been a while since I did this.
Oh, so you just went with the
I just went with the pattern. Let me just say, picking up the stitches was a PIA.
Yeah.
It doesn't look bad, but they were so tight I couldn't move them on the needles. I'm like, the heck with this. So this is done from the bottom up. And what I'll do is...
from the top down?
No, from the bottom up.
Oh,
this is the tushy.
Oh, okay.
Right, that was another way of doing it, but I don't know why I didn't think of doing it that way. I just did it this
Whenever
way
I
instead.
knit anything by Rebecca Danger, I cast on at the top like a toe.
Right.
And so that at the end when I have to like do stuff, I don't have to pick up the stitches.
I should have done that because it probably would have saved less pain on my thumb.
She's just one of those people, kind of like Jared Flood, that does it the exact opposite of the way that I would do it.
It just makes it a little bit more complicated. What I did is I did it the bottom up, so where it says to knit two together, I increased.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it from the bottom up, and I'll close that up, which is easy enough to do. And then do the decreases, and I'll Kitchener
the top.
Yeah. I'll Kitchener the top. And it says to do, it's one of those where you bind off so many stitches and then pick it up on the next round so that it gives a look of a mouth.
Oh, right.
So I already made it, and you're supposed to pick up, oh, please tell me I didn't lose it. Pick up the stitches to knit the tooth.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that because I'm limited on the amount of, I got ears galore. Limited on how much blue yarn I have. This is all I have left. And I want to do some striping on this one, so I knit the tooth.
Out of blue. That's cute.
I knit the tooth first, and I'll somehow figure it out.
That's super cute.
So I did, one of them calls for rounded ears, but I didn't like them. I like these ears, which these actually, if she's got a free pattern where it's the monster ball.
Yes.
These would actually make cute feet.
Oh, yeah.
They're not stuffed her monster ball, you stuff the feet, but these would actually be very cute feet. They're like duck feet.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
But anyways, I think that's it for my finished. I feel like I've actually accomplished something for a change.
You and I both had like faux galore
I
this
just
week.
feel like I've gotten my knitting mojo back in
Good.
tenfold. But it's like I really want to get things, but it's simple things.
Yeah, I think that's why socks have been so good for me lately. Just a simple sock.
Yeah, I think I need to loosen up my gauge on my socks so that I
those
can
are like those are like.
See, my problem is if I go...
What's that stuff? Chainmail. They're like chainmail.
If I go one size up, because I knit these with, I think, 1.5. If I go to the 2, it's really, it's too loose for me. And I knit them so that they last.
Okay.
I know.
I say nothing.
But I'm killing my thumbs, so I really do need to...
Whirlwind Romance? No. N-O. Future dates. I am going to knit a pair of socks.
Really?
I am. I gotta make back what I lost in the Great Moth Wars of 2014.
How many did you end up losing?
Well, I lost at least 10 pair that I threw out, and I have another.
Really, that many?
It was like a third of my sock stash. I have another 10 pair that have to be mended that I could save. There were 10 that were so bad there was no way I could save them. There are 10 that I need to mend, and then there are like 10 or 12 that were fine. So. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Liberty Wool. Yeah. That's right. I knew that I had given you that to go with it.
No. Oh, the Dream in Color?
Yes,
well, you had given me the Dream in Color a long time ago.
And
sorry, we're talking about...
Sorry.
This is Classic Elite Yarns Liberty Wool.
That's right. I gave you that you use the sock for, and you bought that to match it. So
for the toe, yeah.
Sorry.
Nope.
Just remembering stuff. So, my future date is I'm going to knit a sock, and I'll show you which sock yarn I'm going to use. And I'm going to use a really simple slip stitch pattern that I found. Because if you're knitting self-striping socks right now, let me tell you, on Ravelry, on the very first page where they, not the sign-in page, but the home page, they have this thing called, it's called Making Things Searchable. And it's a self-striping socks bundle is what they call it. And if you click on that, it is a bundle of patterns put together by Sock Knitters Anonymous group that all look great with self-striping socks.
On the picture?
Yeah, you click on the picture on the page. And it tells you how you can set that up too.
Patterns that enhance or showcase the look of self-striping yarns.
So I was like, I got a ton of patterns off of that. And one of them is a slip stitch pattern. And now I found out there's 2 of them. One of them is called Pinstripe, and the other one is called Natal something or other.
Some
German.
I'm
going to do one of those.
Who knows?
But that's what I'm doing.
Me? Are you done? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So I do want to cast on another pair of socks because... they're such a good travel. But I think what I'm going to do, I mentioned it earlier, is just do a bunch of hats because I do have a lot of scrap. And hats on a size 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I found this hat called Bankhead Hat. And it reminds me of... what was the sock you did where... oh, sugar. What was the sock you just did? You knit 1 row and then you knit like 4 and purl 1.
Oh, yeah.
It's that type of pattern.
Oh, that's good. What was that sock?
I don't know. But it's called Bankhead Hat. And it's simple enough, but yet entertaining.
Vanilla latte.
Oh, okay. It's very similar to that. And it's a free pattern. And
I'm all about the free patterns.
It looks like it's more suited to solid colors. So if I have striping, I'll probably just do a basic.
Yeah.
Basic hat. And I just want to get rid of some of my yarn.
I don't blame you.
I got so much. I'm not allowed to buy anymore.
That's it for that.
Yeah.
Baubles and Bling. A lot of Baubles and Bling this week because I went to New England Fiber
Festival. I got nothing. I'm just going to state that right
now. At the actual festival, I got a Stitch by Jessalu wedge bag from Spunky Eclectic. I really like it.
It's fox.
What does got, the fox say? I know, it's super cute. It has like this modern folk look to it, and then on the inside, it's all foxes. And I have a fox notions bag in there.
Cute.
To go with the theme. And I was using this for my socks, but I'm not knitting socks right now. So that was one thing that I got from Spunky Eclectic. And then I visited my friend Heather from Mad Color Fiber Arts.
Oh, wow. That is so bright.
This is called Sweet Tart.
Is it striping?
It is self-striping, and it is 463 yards on 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And it has 3 colors. This is her new line of self-striping yarn.
Oh, all right.
So, Mad Color Fiber Arts people, it was flying out of her booth.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
I went
good.
there halfway, right before lunch. I was like one of the first people into her booth because we always go right when it opens. And she had already like sold out of this color and one of the other ones. So it was flying out. I love the way that it feels. And Mad Color Fiber Arts does super, super saturated, vibrant colors. This does not do justice. This is like highlighter pink, highlighter green. It's really bright, and I think it's going to be gorgeous knit up. So that's on the deck. And then I went
not on deck. That's what you purchased.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's on deck for me to use
all right. I'm
eventually.
sorry.
And then the next one that I got was from the discount brand name Yarns booth at Neff.
I'm staying away from them right now because they sell Blue Moon Fiber
So,
Arts.
I got this Cherry Tree Hill finger paint superwash silk fingering. It is 80% superwash merino, 20% silk, 420 yards, and it is in a colorway called Mountain Moss, and it is self-striping.
I'd like to see how that comes out.
I'm excited to see how it comes out. This is a terrible color.
Is that the one you're going to cast on
This
next?
is the one I'm going to do next.
I'm really interested in
So
seeing
it is a light brown, a dark brown, a pale blue, an orange, and like a darker blue, and a yellow.
It's really, really pretty.
It was just so much different than the other ones that I have that I was like, ooh, I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's really not your
It's not my usual colors, but I was really drawn to it. It seemed very fall to me. And so I kind of like very Thanksgiving. And I already did the Christmas, so I'm like, oh, I can have Thanksgiving socks.
You're doing it kind of backwards, aren't you?
I know. So, thanks, honey. Sorry about that. So that I got. The next Bauble and Bling that I got was Play It Life Fiber Arts. I got a pack of 5 mini skeins, and they're all supernatural themed colorways. This one is on her Just Sparkle sock, touched by an emo angel. This one is on Just Sock, Brains Trump Legs. These, you can't even see these colorways. The lighting is so bad.
It is.
This is on Just Sock, Gigantora the Talking Moose.
It's cute.
Yes, I love it.
Now, is this for your...
This is for my Zoom Loom blanket that I'm going to make.
Oh.
This one is on Just Sock, and it's called Hey Ass Butt. Sorry for the... That's what it's called. It's from the show Supernatural.
Okay.
And this is on Just Sparkle Sock, and it's called Long Live the Queen. And I got these for my Zoom Loom blanket, and I got them because I love the TV show Supernatural, and these are all quotes. Okay. Hey Ass Butt is...
Okay.
The guy is an angel, and then he becomes human, and that's like the best he can come up with that swearing because he just isn't used to it. So that's what he says. But I love the colors. Her colors are really pretty, but I had to get them just for the name. So my mommy bought me another gnome. I officially now have a collection of these gnomes. They're all in there. I have the gnome that Sheila made for me. And I have a Christmas gnome this is from Going Gnome. And this is the fall themed gnome.
Oh, all right.
And then my son has a pocket gnome from here that he bought at New Hampshire Sheep Mill because he wanted to be like me and he wanted to keep it with the other gnomes.
They're so cute. They sell kits on how to make those too.
Yes, you could make this yourself, but who could be bothered?
That's dense too.
Yeah, it is done. But he is super cute.
He is super
They
super
have
cute.
a new one that's a gnome, but he has like a curly green beard, like a bush. He's like the cutest thing you've ever seen. Or a tree, like plant life. You people are sick. He's very cute. He looks like he's made out of moss or leaves.
He's supposed to be like a garden gnome type of deal.
Yes. I'm not responsible for this. Not responsible.
Yeah. Future notes, don't have an audience over off the side.
No, my mother started this. My mother started this.
No, you started it with something else. I think.
No.
Yes.
I said something. She went there. All right? All I'm saying.
Okay. Is that?
That's all I have.
Oh, for Baubles, and like I said, I have nothing. And I'm not going to have anything for a very long time unless somebody gives me stuff because, oh yeah, I gotta go through my yarn.
So that's all for this, as I take my notes.
Crushes and heartbreaks.
Trying
to redirect.
My crush this week is that my mom is visiting me, so we got to do a little bit, but not a lot, because this was like the busiest week ever.
Oh, of course.
We had to drive around like there was no tomorrow, so, but I'm glad that my mom's visiting and we get to hang out, and I don't really have any heartbreaks this week. I had a good week.
Good. My crushes and heartbreaks, I probably had a few. I was off on Monday. Gosh, this week seems like so long ago.
I know.
I was off on Monday.
Well, I've been off by a day this whole week, so it really seems long to me because I keep thinking that it's like
Thursday.
Well, no, I've been off the other direction. So like on Wednesday I thought it was Thursday, and on Thursday I thought it was Friday.
So Monday I was off, and I had grand notions of going through my yarn and really trying to pin down like some stuff. Take a shame picture of all my blue moons, so that when I look at pretty yarn, I'm like, no. What I did do was clean out my linen closet, and I got rid of a lot of stuff. We've been dealing with a clog in our bathtub. Oh. So Cam started to unscrew the drain.
Yeah.
But he goes, I can't get it unscrewed anymore. So he leaves it there. But we were having clogs. He goes, get some Drano. I said, why don't we just unscrew it and see what's going on? Yeah, it was so knotted with like hair and stuff. I'm like, I started trying to pick through it. I'm like, yeah, I'm pitching it. So now we have, the open hole.
Just a hole. Well, you can get a little rubber thing that you stick in there.
Oh, no, you can buy the drain.
Yeah, I know you can, but I'm just saying.
We have to because we pulled out the whole thing. So we definitely solved our drainage issues because, it was just gross. So that prompted me to clean the linen closet. I got rid of a lot of stuff. We put a lot of towels away because we have a ton of towels.
Jim just told me we need more towels. You should give me some of your towels.
No, this is kind of used, but if you don't mind used towels.
No, I do mind used towels. I'll just buy some.
Well, no, they're clean towels.
No, but I'd just buy some.
Yeah, no. So I put some of those away. Put some like blankets we no longer use. I found my old baby blanket that my aunt. It was crocheted. So I just kept it in there. It's acrylic, so the moths aren't going to eat it. I'm not worried about it.
It'll last forever.
But it was nice because I keep a lot of my clothes there because I get up so early, so my scrubs are there.
Yeah.
So I put like a bunch of underwear there, socks there.
So now you can just quickly get dressed.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and it's all organized, and so, yeah, it was nice to get that done. And like I said, I wanted to do the yarn. The yarn will have to be for the next time I'm off without the kids.
Yeah.
So I think that's it for crushes. So a couple of weeks ago, I put my ring in to be fixed.
Right.
I got it back yesterday, but it's still too big, so they're keeping it.
Yeah.
It's better than I thought it was. My husband misunderstood how I was having it done. He thought I was just going to fuse my engagement ring to my ring.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they're two different sizes, because we're having a cat fight over here.
This episode is just filled with excitement.
But I think the other part is I didn't dare tell him that I actually got the ring cut to get it off.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell him, because then he'd just throw it at me for something else, So, anyways,
he never needs to know. They're going to fix it.
The other thing, too, is my mom had an engagement ring, I think, for my dad way back when, and when I had no money. And the stone, Cam was laughing at the stone. I'm like, that's not nice. I said, my father had no money. He goes, he didn't buy her another one? I'm like, back then you didn't think about buying another ring, and they didn't last 5 years, so what's the point of buying another ring? There
wasn't enough time to buy another ring.
So it's probably like an eighth of a carat type of deal.
You should see my original engagement ring. It's tiny.
Well, my
husband, when he was in college, he didn't have any money.
Yeah, my husband's is a little over a half, but it's a really good half, meaning like crystal clear and stuff. So I was talking to the jeweler and seeing if I when I get some money, invest in a diamond similar in size, so that I can have those two on the either side of my main diamond.
Oh, right, that's nice.
So yeah, the ring looked really nice. I can't wait to get it because it's been, 6 or so years since I've worn my diamond.
Yeah.
And then I'll just keep it on. And it was loose. I mean, it would have stayed, but where I take gloves on and off, I would be afraid that I'd take it off.
Yeah, I would be worried.
So we're tightening it up just a little bit. So I'm excited. Hopefully next week I'll have it.
Yay!
That will be my Bauble and Bling. Literally.
Jewelry is exciting! So that's it for Crushes and Heartbreaks. Gossip and Innuendo.
Let's get into the book review.
Well, yes. Number one, before that, I went to New England Fiber
that's
Festival.
Right.
It was a lot of fun. It's getting bigger every year. If you live in this area,
great.
It's good to check out. It's a really nice event, and there's a lot of awesome vendors there. So I just wanted to put that in. It's in West Springfield, Massachusetts.
And if I didn't work, I would have gone with you.
Yeah. And my mom takes her friend, and we all go and hang out. And I had a lot of fun. I met up with Jess and Amy and Heather and hung out with people, and it was fun.
Good.
So, book review, The Head for Trouble by Julie Turjomen. It's all 19...
The white background does...
1920s accessories like hats and mitts and bags and scarves. And they're all based on female detectives, 20s and 30s era detectives from literature. So if you are on Netflix and you like to watch old like BBC mystery type movies, you might have seen the Phryne Fisher series. One of these is Phryne Fisher. And then there's just too many to go through.
There's 10 characters that they're based on. 2 patterns for each character. A hat and either mitts or scarves.
That coordinates with the hat.
Or a camera bag. It's kind of cute.
It's really cute. This would be great for holiday knitting because you could give both parts of the set.
So you can't really see this, but yeah, it's just...
The white background is really hard. There
so
you go.
You get the characters, and this is the content page, and this is what I like. It has the characters and then the 2 patterns that go with it.
Linked under it, so you can go right to the one.
Right. If you want to do the scarf instead of the cloche, you just go to the scarf. I mean, they're right next to each other anyways, but...
She does a nice little section on why she was inspired by it. She does a nice little section on the anatomy of a hat that tells you the different parts of a hat and how to measure your head so that it fits properly.
Yeah, she makes a note that in the 20s they wore their hats really low.
Like lower.
So you would measure your head around here and not how we tend to measure our head around here.
And then she goes through the different names, so like cap, cloche, pillbox.
A head wrap.
Beret, toque. All the different things, and gets you ready to go ahead and start knitting on the project. So I like that. I like that organization and all that background and everything. If you have never really knit hats before, this would be excellent information, like starter information. And if you like knitting period stuff, it's interesting to know the differences about the way it fits and the different styles that they wore, and it's kind of fun. It's
cute. And before each pattern, or at the start of each pattern, it has the picture of the pattern and the accessory that goes with it, and then a little paragraph on the character that this is inspired by.
Which is kind of fun. I like that. Boy. There we go.
It's just really tough with the white background.
With the white background.
And the lighting that we're dealing with.
Terrible.
It's right now 5 o'clock and it's very dark.
It's pitch black outside now.
So it's really, really nice. It looks like the sizes are standard, small, medium, large.
Yep. And when you get to the back, she talks a little bit about the different stitches that are used. And then she does a really nice section on the yarn sources, the different yarns that she used for each pattern, and then place where she got the findings and the vintage
the accessories
buttons and stuff that she uses. So if you really like that vintagey stuff, that'd be really good. And she also does a section on the lady detectives.
The resources guide to fiction's lady detectives. Yeah,
so she can you can find out where the books are or the whatever it is that you want if you want to learn more about the detective that you got interested in. So it's like I think it's just a really interesting collection. It's like a pattern set, but it's more than that.
Right.
Because you've got the links to literature. So if you like reading detective mysteries, this might be your cup of tea for that reason too. It's a bonus thing. If you like vintage accessories, this has a whole source for vintage accessories. And if you like retro styles and stuff, this has a lot of information about retro styles from the 20s and 30s. So it's a lot of different interesting stuff packed into one book.
It's very cute. I like it. Unfortunately, we all know me and hats don't go together.
Yeah. But I think it would be great. So if you want to win this, tell me which one you would pick and why you like it. Which pattern or detective and why you like it. And
we'll draw that in 2 weeks.
Yep, episode 185 we will draw for that. So and it's available now if you want to buy it and you don't want to wait. So that is going to get started once this show goes up. And then we drew prizes for the 2 contests that we have ongoing.
So the first prize for the September-October stash along is number 257, Alchemy. No first name on the page.
On the page. Alchemy. PM Sheila with your snail mail address so she can send that to you. She won.
The Nick Cozy and Felix, what is it?
Felices.
It's a Harry Potter Club exclusive. The Twisted Sock, it's 80% superwash, 20% nylon, 400 yards, and it's really not doing it justice.
It's like a beautiful pale green and gray, kind of.
Yeah. It's really
pretty.
It's not so bad from there.
That's really almost exactly what it looks like. And
it's
so
really
that was
a nice twist.
We're going to call that the September winner, Alchemy. Sure. And the October winner was number 20, Mojave Knitter, Tiffany.
Yes.
Tiffany, you are going to win Socks That Rock. It is lightweight. In the Foufara colorway.
It's pretty.
That's super pretty. And both of these prizes are courtesy our friend, I'm not going to remember her name, right? When I said it, it went out of my head. I can't even think. This was donated by a viewer and one of my pattern clients. So thank you very much for that.
I appreciate it.
Angelia McGar. There, I knew it was going to come back. Also known as Von Scene on Ravelry. Right. But thank you very much for that donation.
We appreciate it.
The last thing is the Kickstarter.
Oh, that's right.
The winner of that is
Beagle Mom Knitter, Angela.
Yay, Angela!
So, Angela, we're going to contact...
I'm going to give your name to the girl that's running this, Carolina Spinner, I think her name is. I'm going to give her your name, and she's going to get in touch with you. I'm going to tell her to get in touch with you directly so that you can PM her with your choice, because you can either pick the yarn or the fiber. There are photographs in the thread, Angela, so go to the thread and look at the photographs, decide which one you want. When she contacts you, you'll tell her which one you want, and you'll give her your snail mail address so she can send it to you, because we don't have that prize. So,
no, we do not.
Yay! And if for some reason, Angela, you don't hear from her, let me know, because it's quite possible that I will forget to give her your information, even though I have it written down right here. Because I am really on a roll this week on forgetting things.
Yeah.
So that's all for that, and we will see you next week.
Knit with heart. Thanks for watching.
Bye!